There are over 12.3 million women-owned businesses in the U.S. that generates about $1.8 trillion a year. In 2021, 49% of new businesses were started by women. So what advice would you give women aspiring to start their own business who, whether it's business in skate or any type of business in general?
I always get this question. What advice would you give somebody who's going to start their own business? Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. But if you're going to do it, and I read this today on somebody's desk. They had a saying, and it said, "Whatever you do, if you're gonna do it with the confidence of a 4-year-old wearing a Batman shirt." Like, I hope I said that correctly, but it's so true because these kids will be 3 and 4, and they have all the confidence in the world to jump off this picnic table and land on their feet. And they're like, hey, or whatever it is they like to do. It could be a young girl and she's wearing a tutu and she's the best ballerina. You can't tell her otherwise because she's the best ballerina today. Yeah, exactly. Do it with that amount of confidence. Yeah. And then do it to its fullest. Don't half step it because it's not gonna come out. Yeah. Like, and if it fails, understand why it failed and say, okay, damn, this sucked. This didn't work. Give yourself some time and then be like, okay, I got it. I got the next one. This is exactly what I'm going to do. And now you have that knowledge of I don't want to say failed, but I guess when you learned from the mistakes before, and you can be like, okay, remember I did it like this. No, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to do it this way. So I've had failures too with stuff with the business and all kinds of stuff. Like, so, and that's relating back to skateboarding, right? Yeah. Hey man, it's not working this way. Okay, let me try it this way. Ooh, no, that didn't. Let me switch it. Boom, and you get it, right? Yeah. Same thing. Yeah. So anyone who's starting a business, do it, but do it with the most confidence. Don't be afraid to get things wrong, and don't be afraid to start. Yeah. Don't be like, oh, I need more money in this, and I need more this and that, and I need more. There's always a way you can start. Like. Yeah. My really good friend Kevin, aka Mr. Premium, when I told him that, because he's the same guy who was like, yeah, you're going to make history. When I told him that, he's like, you got a Facebook page? I was like, no. He's like, you got an Instagram page? No. He's like, Sasha, what are you doing? Sasha, what are you doing? What are you doing? And so in the car, because we're all driving, in the car at that moment, I was like, oh man, okay. All right, I got the handle. Yeah, I got the handle for the skate shop. Yeah. And then I don't even remember what else I did, but I was like, okay, it's secure. And then probably the next day, I put up like a picture of the shop where it is on the Instagram page, and I posted it, and I was like, oh, Bliss Skate, and I started tagging people. And I had the lease for the business, I had the space, but I wasn't gonna open until March. So even though I wasn't gonna open until March, I was just like, okay, let me put the word out. There's always something you can do, even if, let's say, I don't know, you're a seamstress and you don't have your spot yet. You don't have the money yet. You can just put the word out and every once in a while maybe take a client. You know what I mean? Just start somewhere. Start a little bit. So I've been talking a lot. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I mean, this is good because I think it's stuff that we, especially women of color need to hear because, you don't really get to see a lot of women of color have success in business because it's not like the media is like putting it out there for you to hear. And so to actually hear the advice coming from someone like you talking about it because you did it. Like you, and then not only did you do it, you did it during a time when people, like a lot of people started a business during COVID and they didn't make it through, whether things didn't work out or they gave up or they quit. So to know that you actually live it and you're talking about it, like that's just it's very beneficial and very helpful and inspiring to people like me too.
Thank you. Yeah, that's and you're very right about what you said. And I also think that there are women of color that are in the media that we see and that we're like, wow, she's so amazing. Because I can name quite a few. Like you got Beyonce, Rihanna, you have Issa Rae, Viola Davis, Vivica A. Fox, like Missy Elliott, Little Kim, like all these artists and actresses, black artists and actresses that are in the media that have accomplished stuff. But, and I'm not downplaying what they did, but when you're looking at that at a celebrity status, you're looking at it like, a lot of people could be looking at it like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get to that level.
Yeah.
That is so unreachable. Some people have that mindset that something like that is so unreachable, or this is going to take years for me to accomplish, right? And so it might not seem reachable, but then if you see it on maybe a scale that's a little bit more realistic to your lifestyle, then you're like, oh, okay, they did it. I can get that. I can do that too. I can do that too, and I could probably do it better. Right. So it's not saying, we're not belittling the accomplishments that they have done, but it's like, it's almost like trying to teach somebody to swim and the pool is super, super deep and they're like, whoa, let me start with something where my feet can touch the ground first, then can we work up to that, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, I think that for me, just being just a person that people can relate to, like I have kids, I've been through a divorce, I'm in the military, so like I'm still living a common life, amongst regular people. I don't want to say regular, but just common people, right? Not at this huge celebrity status height. Yeah. So I'm glad that I'm able to inspire women and women of color, anybody really. It's really awesome to hear, and I'm glad I'm able to do that.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. And I was telling my brother, I was like, because there's days, like, especially trying to start a business from the beginning, it's like there are days you're just like, I just want to quit because everything's coming at you. You feel like you're the only one who's ever dealing with this stuff. But then you see other women who have success, and you're like, okay, I know they didn't get there without going through some of this stuff, And so it's very like helpful just to have that, because then it kind of gives you that extra boost to be like, okay, I have my little pity party for 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna get back into it because I know if they did it, I got to be able to do it too.
Right, or it's like sometimes if you can kind of like relate to the downfalls, like, oh man, that happened to you? Yo, that happened to me too. Oh, I thought I was the only one. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I feel so much better about the situation. Exactly. And then you're like, okay, and you start feeling so much better. So to even have moments like that is still good. So it's still really, really good. And I still get things to people. It's dope. I like meeting new entrepreneurs and even trying to do collaborations with them. So it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, definitely.